Let's go! Cruz Show, Real 92.3 LA's new home for hip-hop. Fluffy is back on the Cruz Show once again. Yes, my brother, how are you?
I'm doing good. The seat works this time. Last time, man, it took me like a while to adjust the seat because for some reason it was one of those seats that goes up and down, and I figured if I get on it, I should be okay. but the gear was, so I was sitting all high, so I was like this last time. Hi, everybody. What's going on here?
That was the chair that Leche used when he was 350. Now.
Yeah, that was the old Leche chair.
I wore it down, dog. I'm sorry.
Poor Leche was spending the night at family. I hope you don't mind sharing this story, Leche. But Leche was staying at a family's house, and he was putting a dent on the couch, and he got kicked out for that.
No, I didn't get kicked out. I didn't get kicked out.
Family, man, family will do that to you.
So listen, there were some trying times. This actually happened when I was doing radio. We're doing morning.
This happened a few years ago.
Yeah, and we needed a place to stay. And
you and your mom.
My Uncle Cuco was gracious enough to allow my mom, her boyfriend, my sister in the back house, and I was staying in the couch. And mind you, my Uncle Cuco, like, he works hard for his stuff. He works hard. You know, he has his own house, whatever. I guess it not to bother him, but he noticed that I made a dent to the couch, and he told my mom, and my mom took it to heart. I didn't think he meant bad by it, but listen, like, I understand his side.
What Uncle Cuco means well. Uncle Cuco means a lot of things there.
He's a good guy. He's your biggest fan. I was able to take him to this wonderful event.
To the Dodger Stadium show.
And he met you, and he was so happy. But anyway.
He wanted everything autographed. Leche had to calm him down. He's like, that's enough, Cuco, please.
He learned English because of you.
Se pasa.
He learned English because of Fluffy?
Yeah, and he was telling him, I'm like, yo, I learned English watching you. So that's why I was like,
that explains a lot. Soy bueno para ordenar Jack in the Box, but that's it.
But yeah, I mean, listen.
Oh, so in a way, it's your fault that he got kicked out of the house.
No, I didn't get kicked out.
But you got couch shamed, and
I did make a dent, and I get it. Like,
but look, I understand. I've made dents in furniture myself. I used to sleep on my sister's couch, and that couch was real nice at one point, and then it wasn't. And so I know that's usually when they just look at the furniture and then they look at you and they go, it's time, it's time, so como que ya.
But I didn't get kicked out, but it was just after that incident, my mom, I guess, took it apart, and we ended up finding somewhere else. But it wasn't that he said, yo, you got to leave because you made a dent in the couch.
Right.
But I did make a dent in the couch.
No need to protect your abuser.
What do you mean? He didn't abuse me.
No need for that.
We all went through trauma with
SVU
Mexican
right
families.
Here. It's okay. You could share. Share.
Stadium Fluffy on Netflix now. Congratulations. That show was insane. The Dodgers show was crazy. We were there. Thank you very much for having us there and allowing us to be a part of your moment, Fluffy, which you do for many people. So thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, that was I feel like a celebration for everybody.
God, yes.
Because I think that, like, people keep asking, were you nervous that night? And I go, no, I felt pretty good.
Yeah, no, you felt
I felt pretty good. I was more concerned about the tech, the tech work, so like the lights, the sound, and stuff like that. But performance-wise, I was very comfortable. Yeah. And I did feel like so many people were involved in the, making of that, where it's like it felt very much like, that's why I said we did it, because I'm like, there's no way I could have pulled this off on my own. I could barely do a show at the the Sugar Shack up the street on a one-nighter.
It was
old school passing out flyers.
Right.
Hey, want to see a show? Get away from me.
Yeah. I'll be there.
I think what the coolest thing for me was just like, being there, and backstage was like a whole lot of brown brilliance. Like, it was just everything brown. It was like a celebration of
so
just
cool, man.
Like, I'm like, bro, what the heck? You got Piolín, you got everybody, like, it's just everybody that you grew up watching on TV that's brown that represented.
Yes.
Like, they were there.
Jacob Vargas was back there.
Everybody,
Emilio was there. Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Piolín, Franco Escamilla.
You brought them all out, fool.
Yeah, no, everybody got the pass for one night.
No, it was crazy. They were catering
anyone who was not at the Canelo fight was at the Fluffy show. Because the Canelo fight and the Fluffy show happened on the same night. And I remember getting messages from people, and they're like, I want to be there, but I promised Canelo I would be there for the fight. And I'm like, so it was actually a divided night. So, half the raza was in LA and the other half was in Vegas. And there was those two things happening at the same time. But it was awesome. The backstage area, I wish more people could have seen what it was like.
The vendors too, everything. Like, it was just...
Yo, Jackie, you should have seen the backstage area.
I wish I did.
It was completely set up. Everything was A1.
It was like 4 quinceañeras with a budget.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It was pimped out.
Oh, my God. Honestly?
The decorations, the food.
Oh,
food.
Get out of here,
Everyone
Fluff.
said
The
the
food was
food in
crazy.
unison right now.
I don't mess
was
around.
crazy.
I don't mess around. That food was. We had 4 different kinds of esquite.
Yeah.
Like who? I didn't know they made more than one.
Right, exactly. Bro, we got on stage, we were all full. We were like, hey.
No, it
How's
was
it going?
I told Cruz like, Primo, they are being nice to us. That's crazy. They're catering to us. Los güeritos, they were like treating us super nice. It's like the roles are reversing, compa. You made it right, man. I don't know. It was just special. I don't know. It's just
Fluffy has
something.
a hand in that, man, you know?
You've doing the work and you opening doors for us.
And
That's-
Fluff, listen, you're also teaching a lot of people how to treat us.
Yeah.
So thank you, brother. Thank
That
you,
is
man. I'm dead
very true.
serious.
Yeah, I all I heard were good things about how everything was handled backstage, and
Oh, God, yeah.
you know.
And your people, excellent, everybody. And you get off stage and you're drunk as fuck.
No, hey,
Which was
I was
amazing.
happy.
He was
I
celebrating.
happy.
He was happy.
I
He
was happy. You know, I've been known to partake in a beverage here and there, especially at a show. But
took down a whole bottle.
That night, I figured, you know, people are never going to see the full night unless you recorded it that night. Because I know, you know, people had their phones out, and some people went and did the Facebook Live thing, but it's different once when you're there. But
Yeah.
the show was about 3 hours long in total. My set, just my set alone, not to mention the other performers. But it got whittled down to an hour and 55 minutes, and you're not going to see that bottle. You're not gonna see that bottle. Yeah, Netflix was like, look, it's not a good look for you. It's not a good look for us. I go, but you don't understand. It was a celebration. I go, no one is gonna judge me for that
Nobody.
night, for the, you know, because I did. I got drunk and emotional, and the
what we do.
mariachi came out,
It's
and
what we do.
you know, it was no one wanted to leave either.
Did you feel like
it
that?
wasn't like the show was over and then everybody bolted to get on the freeway
No,
to get
no,
home?
no,
Yeah.
They stayed there and watched me just celebrate the moment for an extra 45 minutes.
And Fluff,
Yeah.
when you walked off stage, people were just sitting there as well. Like, we're not leaving this party. We're not leaving this party.
Yeah,
This is a party.
because it
We're
went
not
from a
leaving.
show and then it became a party.
Yeah.
And then
They
someone's
wanted-
like, "We heard there's food.
They wanted to go backstage.
We heard
to the
there's
quinceañeras.
food.
No, you set the
Work
night
that
up
out.
right. You had the pregame, so when you partake in the drinking, you don't get too
Yeah.
messed up. And then when you get the drunk munchies,
Oh,
it was ready to go
over.
in the bag.
Over, bro.
So when I got backstage, by the way, I think I wound up paying the biggest fine that stadium has ever
you
seen.
now hold the record for
because
that.
I was supposed to get off. I want to say around 11, and I think I got off way past. It was the next day. It was
Oh, not
officially
yet.
the next day
Yeah,
when I got
yeah.
off stage, and so. Yeah, the fine was healthy. It was at least 3 Ultimas. At least 3 Ultimas, new ones.
Shout out
at least 3 new ones.
it was
And you
4
know-
RAV4 hybrids
You
for
know
sure.
the stadium doesn't mess around with fines when they like cancel Friday night fireworks too because the game goes on too long.
I didn't get fireworks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you,
so you
yeah,
didn't see
I know that
you
fine
saw
was
confetti.
hefty then.
You didn't see no pyro. There was no pyro. They're like, he does not deserve it.
Cancel the fireworks.
Cancel the fireworks.
I loved and enjoyed how you were very vulnerable with yourself on stage, but you also like use comedy to relieve the. That was like it was like deep but funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, like
you
the-
got to watch it. You know.
Also, like the pounding of the chest when it comes to who you are and what you do.
I pounded my chest.
No, but like. You
Oh,
know,
I thought I got so drunk.
figuratively-
It's like, soy King Kong, cabrones. Soy King Kong. Me llamo Tío Cuco.
I love Del Coco.
No, but like you're up there standing for your shit too. You know, you're like, yo, you're not gonna cancel me, and if you do, good luck. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. I love that you put you put it all out there. You know.
It was the I tell everybody, and I said it that night too. It was the greatest night of my life, and that's why I didn't care if I had to pay a fine. I burn money from time to time, but I felt like, you know what, whatever it takes. I'm never gonna have this moment again, and so I just wanted to enjoy it and embrace it and just have as much fun. It was the greatest hangover of my life. That next day, I woke up. I woke up the next day and everything hurt, and I'm like, okay, I did it. I did it. I'm like, I made it. You've never seen somebody puke and smile. It was just like,
It takes me like a week to get over a hangover. It takes a good week for me to be straight off of a hangover. I hate it, bro. I used to be able to recover like that.
next morning, yeah. I was the king of getting drunk on Sundays and then having to be at the airport on Monday morning to catch
Oh,
the flight
heck
back.
no.
6 a.m. flight.
Yeah, no,
No.
I'm 46
That's
now.
insane.
I
Yeah.
pick and choose.
Yeah.
So usually I put a Sunday in there to cushion it.
Sure.
So I'll drink Saturday, I'll drink Friday, but Sunday, yeah, that's
Sunday. It's God's
recover.
day.
Yes.
That's when you
Menudo.
get, that's
recovery
when you
day.
get the
Menudo
menudo.
and pray for the cruda to go away.
That's it, man. That's it. So yeah, Dodgers, they wanted their money, huh? Like it was a big hefty fine.
You know, if you
gotta
don't follow
pay
the
it.
rule, there's always going to be fines. Anytime
Yeah.
there's venues and you get a little carried
Not your
away.
first fine.
No, so I got fined in San Francisco at the new Chase Center. I hold the record there too for the biggest fine.
Brown brilliance.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I didn't want to get off stage there either. And that crowd, they appreciated it. I'm sure they're all telling this story like, yeah, he stayed for us. And yeah, no, cabrones, I could have paid for a warrior.
I'd be
You
like,
could have
listen.
Steph Curry on your payroll.
He could have made an appearance.
I'd be like, listen, I need everybody to buy merch. Buy it all out because I gotta pay.
I gotta
this
pay these
fucking
fines.
fine, man.
The only place where I was mindful, and I think I think it's because I wasn't drinking that night, was in New York. I was at Radio City Music Hall, and the
Legendary.
Union 1 is the strictest union period, and so their fines are next level. And they told me that if I went past midnight by even 1 minute, it was $25,000 out the gate.
Okay.
And so
You pissed $25,000, Fluffy.
No, I don't. No, I don't. So I was very close, and my tour manager ran out on stage with a minute left, and he goes, "You got 30 seconds to get off the stage, or they're gonna fine you $25,000." And at that point, the crowd heard because they saw this. Somebody walks out on stage, the show stops, and they heard him. And as soon as he said, "Or you're gonna pay $25,000," I was like, "Thank you, good night, have a good time." I had already gone over 2 hours, so
Oh,
Oh
God.
my
So they got
God.
their
So
show.
you had
They got
already-
their show. I
They
was just
got
being
their
a
show, bro.
being a stage whore.
Hey, so James Corden is leaving, right? Could you see yourself hosting a late night show?
I could see myself hosting a late night show if it
see
was
it,
like
Fluff.
a once a week type of thing.
Once a week?
Well, dude,
It's an every night thing.
yeah, and I get that, and I got things to do. It sounds awesome to say that you would have your own show, your own talk show. It's the daily thing. That's why I give Trevor Noah a lot of credit because it's the daily show. When people say, "Do you think you could do it?" I go, "No," because it's a daily show. It means you got to be there every day. You got to commit. It's not just the half hour or the 1 hour that you see. It's all day of going through the notes, of writing and making sure that you create this show.
Yeah, the night
So
show
that-
starts at like 8 a.m.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's all day. It's not just that 1 hour. If it was just an hour of improvising and, we're cool, a podcast or something where you're just kind of throwing something together, that'd be one thing. But no, that's a lot of work that I don't want to do. I don't. I got memes to do, bro. I got memes. I still like drinking. I got my
That's
dogs.
a big mood.
That's a big move.
It's a big move. It's a heavy job.
Yeah,
It's a lot of heavy
I
lifting.
know that my favorite thing in the world to do is comedy. I love performing. I love getting on stage. What I don't like doing is, saying you're in a movie is fun, but doing a movie really isn't that much fun, especially if you're in a trailer all day, you're waiting, you can't
waiting all
leave,
day.
and then you're on the set, you got to repeat over, and then you didn't do it right, and then you don't know if you're doing it well or not. As a comic, I rely on the laughter of the audience to let me know that things are going well, or silence to let me know that you better step it up. But in a movie, it's very different, and so it's not as fun. Doing voiceover work is fun and quick, and that's easy. You don't even got to memorize anything.
Sure, yeah.
And they feed you, and they pay you, and then you're part of something. Like I did like 6 movies one year, and some movies did well, some didn't. And the ones that did well, I took credit for, and the ones that bombed, what are you talking about? That wasn't me. That's somebody that sounds like me. Right. But to do something like a daily talk show, that takes a lot of work. And even though James Corden's catching some heat right now because he was acting a fool at a restaurant.
Oh, I did see that.
Very rude.
Yeah, no, man.
He apologized, but
Yeah, but even though you apologize, it's like it's not the first time he's done that. He's got, he's apparently
There's
gotten
a track record.
track record, and usually it's with people that are, staff. They said he's very nice to the ones that are, like the higher ups, but the staff. And come on, at the end of the day, the staff, those are the ones that are breaking their backs for you to get you everything. And so
be nice to the kitchen,
be nice.
man.
Yeah, man. Otherwise, you're eating more than what you planned for.
Oh, God.
Garcia says it all the time.
You're eating mocos.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
the secret sauce.
Razas petty. Well, we don't care. Cabrón. Extra salsa. Ándale. Yeah.
Extra garlic right between the cheeks.
Cuco. Ven pa' acá, güey.
Please use them in your next show.
He said
Use that
Latinos are
name.
petty.
Oh, yeah.
Have you are you a big tipper when you go to restaurants because they know it's you? Because the world knows it's you? You have to be.
Yeah.
Is that why you do takeout mostly?
Nice.
DoorDash, fuck this.
Preventative
DoorDash.
measures, compa.
Oh my god.
No, and I'm not one of those that I don't like doing percentages because I'm not trying to work out the. All right, let me see how
calculator.
bad I failed in high school.
You're not
here.
trying to carry the 5?
I'm not trying to work percentages, unless it's like the computer that works it out for you.
Yeah.
Because like you'll see the screen, it'll say 10, 15, 18, 20,
Yep.
and then you just touch it, and then it does the math, and you're
Yes.
like, oh, that's nice. And then that's easier. But me, I just rather throw cash in there.
Yeah.
You know, at the end, and I don't trust that when you write it in the thing. I don't trust that whatever I'm going to put on here is what they're going to give the person, which is why I'd rather just have cash.
Very true.
Here you go. Here's the
What's
cash.
the biggest tip you've left?
It
Do you
depends
remember?
on the restaurant.
But one that stands out, we're like, whoa, I've never tipped that much.
Oh God, 500 because I was at a restaurant where it was Salt Bay's restaurant in New York. Nusret. I want to call it. I forget the name.
I don't know how to pronounce it either.
Nusret. It's a
Did
crazy name.
Did you let him put his meat in your mouth?
Yes.
Were you salty?
It's a real man.
Were you salty after you left
Yeah,
the tip?
I got to meet him. He
you
was super
did?
cool. He cut the meat in front of me, and then he grabbed his basically like a small sword, and he shanks the meat, and he picks it up, and then he tells you to lean back, and you lean back, and you don't know if he's gonna slit your throat or feed you, and then he puts the meat in your mouth, and then he'll drizzle you with salt just to say, and I feel like he's coming on you. He's like.
Oh my
You know, it's like
god!
You know, and I caught it, and you're happy. You're like, yes, I got salted. I got assaulted. Yeah. All right. Hey yo.
But you want to call him daddy, right? It's so good. The entire
It's really
experience.
good. And so I've gone back to that restaurant a couple times when I'm in New York, and I take a
yeah.
bunch of people, and so the check was an insane check, and yeah, you want to tip accordingly.
You have to, yeah, sure, yeah.
Because then you're doing the math. You're like, yeah, that should be way more. That should be way more. And then the servers at that restaurant, it's like a team, so it's not just one person. So it's a team. Everyone's coming out together to serve you, and so you're looking around and you're like, yeah, it's at least 4 people.
Oh wow!
You got to do the math and take care of people.
And I'm not trying to go out like that all the time, but you know, it's special occasions.
Sure.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know, I'm at Mexicana's up the street from Long Beach.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know?
sir.
And I don't do DoorDash or order any food online because I don't want my info out there. So I don't, you know, and then someone shows up and then here we go.
And
Now
then
they
there
know.
it is.
Yeah, now you know.
I'd rather just go hit a drive-through. You don't got to tip at the drive-through. But
Exactly.
You don't. That's right. That's right.
But I feel like you have to if you want more ranch. Because I asked for ranch and they're like, how many do you want? And I'm like, this many.
This many.
And I go like that. And I'm like,
This many.
This many. Whatever this equals, the unit of measure, grip and throw. Grip and throw.
Oh, funny.
Yo, Fluff, we want you to do SoFi Stadium. What do you think?
You know what? I'm gonna be.
Is that conversation already happening?
Well, here's the conversation with SoFi is that I got approached by WWE. They want me to be there for WrestleMania. So they
Oh
want me
my
to.
gosh,
they want-
Garcia's gonna be there.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna be there hanging out for both nights, and so you know they wanted me to be part of I think like some color commentary or something like that, hanging out backstage doing some social media. So I'm gonna be there, but I don't know, dude. I mean, you know, Dodger Stadium was like that's very iconic.
Iconic.
That's very iconic.
I know, but once people see you do that, now what's next? You got to go bigger.
And that's always gonna be a what's next. I mean, like
You're not retiring. Fuck that. You're not doing that.
I'm waiting to get a phone call from Elon Musk and see if I could do 5 minutes in space. And I want to just put it out. I want to put it out into the universe or the galaxy. And so Bezos, Elon, the race is on. Which one of you wants me to do 5 minutes in space first? Help me pass the physical, and I'm in.
Just sign
the
off on
physical for space is way harder than the physical for like working at Circle K or something. So
100%. Yeah. And by help, do you mean like just go ahead and sign off and ignore a few things?
I'll sign the waiver if something happens. You got to sign a waiver to eat hot sauce nowadays. So why not? I'll sign a waiver for space.
Very true. Yeah.
And if for some reason I die up there, they got to let me go up there so that I could just continue to float around the planet. Just let me float around. Open the door. Yeah. Right? Every 47 days. I see him. There it goes.
Once you do space, I mean, you're the king, bro. You know what I mean? Like, do you really want to do that, though? Do you really want to go up to space?
It sounds crazy to say space, but then again, it would sound crazy to say I want to play a stadium.
Yeah.
And then years ago, it sounds crazy to say I want to play an arena. So every few years, the technology or something happens where there's more access and there's more availability. And once something gets done, and once people can see that something has been done, then it's only a matter of time before the next person does it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yes,
that old
sir.
story of the first guy that broke the 4-minute mile. They said forever no one could break a 4-minute mile, and then one guy did it. He got it in 3 minutes 59 seconds. He was the first guy to ever do it. And then 3 months later, 4 people did it. A year later, 20 people did it. And now it happens all the time. And so it's that whole once someone breaks the seal and they see that it can be done, it's only a matter of time. So I know there's the next person that's going to do Dodger Stadium is coming. I'm foolish to think I'm the only one. No. Someone's going to come along and they're going to do it. They're going to be the Bad Bunny of comedy, and they're going to come in and they're going to do 2-3 nights. And,
So it would be in space Fluffy.
if it, Space Fluffy. That'll be the next
Space
special.
Fluffy.
Space Fluffy.
I love the name Stadium Fluffy because it tells you what it is.
The Final Frontier.
Final Frontier.
Yeah. Stadium Fluffy tells you exactly who you are and what it is.
It's the 2 quickest words where it's just, this is what it is.
And it's such a flex. It's such a flex. Stadium Fluffy. You know, it's not Chuckles Fluffy. It's not Theater Fluffy. It's Stadium Fluffy. This is what all comedians, I believe, strive to do.
I didn't think that was even a thing to be able to do until I saw Kevin Hart do it.
Oh.
And so I was there for the taping of Kevin Hart's What Now special in Philadelphia.
Yep.
And I remember sitting there and I'm just looking around. And I spent more time looking around the stadium than the actual, his set. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was funny that night, but I'm like, this is insane. I was looking around, like everything was just so massive, everything so big, the amount of people there, the production, the sound, the lighting, the event. There's a helicopter doing laps.
Yeah, bro.
And Kevin was like directing. He's like, all right, everybody, hold on. Helicopter going by. Here it comes. Here it goes. All right, smile. And forget that. He's directed a helicopter. So I'm like, you know what? That's
dream.
awesome. And
Yeah.
and so I got inspired by that. And I says, you know what? All right, let me try to see if I could step this up.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude. Yeah.
Fortunately, Netflix was on board, which was even more beneficial. They've been super supportive. Like, I discovered like 3 freaking billboards today that I didn't even know were out.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know they were doing billboards. I didn't know they were doing billboards for my thing. I knew that they were going to help with social media and online, like emails and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a couple billboards. There's one in Long Beach that I stumbled upon as I was on my way to go get some Jack in the Box. I was like, oh shoot, look at that! I gotta come back.
How do you feel when you see that?
I still geek.
Really?
I still
Still
geek out.
exciting,
Yeah.
right?
I still get excited. I'm like, oh man, especially when it's in your neighborhood. Like it's literally down the street from where I live, and right there.
That's amazing.
Same street where freaking the Feliz Navidad Cabrones is.
And they're spending money. You know, they believe in you.
They're investing in me, which I think is great. And it shows the fact that they called it a Netflix comedy event. It's the first time it's ever gotten the label of event versus special. And then it's the first time they had a 2-hour special.
Don't play with this, man.
They're giving
Don't
me
play with 'em.
they're giving me that opportunity, and I wanted to make sure that I did everything. So that's why you're not going to see me drinking on that special. Whatever you want, Netflix.
I know, right?
Whatever you need.
Well, speaking
Your
of
call.
Netflix, what are you watching on Netflix right now?
Dahmer.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah.
I just finished it.
I remember being, when I was younger, and I remember hearing the whole story on the news and stuff
Remember
like that.
that?
But
Yeah.
now you're hearing all the insides and all the details, and it's like, dang.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost threw up like 3 times watching it.
Bro, Google crime scene photos.
Yeah. No, it's,
Go there.
Uh-huh.
Bro.
I couldn't get past the first episode. I was like, nah.
Are you watching The Watcher?
I haven't seen The Watcher yet, but I saw that it's trending.
Ooh, so good.
Yeah.
The Watcher's good. Why, Garcia? Why?
It's because you're like everybody else. You think you know the answer. Like when you watch Jeopardy, you're like, I got this. And throughout the whole episodes, you're like, I know who it is. Wait a minute, I don't know who it is. And it's just this guessing game, and you love it because you can't figure it out, but you also hate it because you can't figure out who it is.
Yeah.
So it's great, man.
That's like Words with Friends.
Exactly.
With friends.
But also
It
too,
reminds you you're not educated enough to play.
right. But also too, you're number 6 in the Netflix top 10 in the U.S. Did you know that? Right.
Very
As
cool.
of this morning.
Trending.
Trending.
That's a good sign.
You're
That means I might get
Number
renewed.
6.
That means I might get another
Yay.
special, because this is my last special with Netflix as far as a contract is concerned, because I signed on to do 2. So I did the last one in Houston and then this one in LA, and now it's it's time for renegotiations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Depending on how this works out, but if it's already trending at number 6, that's a good sign.
That's
Yeah.
a really good sign.
Yeah,
man.
it's an amazing sign.
You're on Netflix Records, bro.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
Nice, right?
It's like Death Row, bro. Yo, did you go to any of the Bad Bunny shows?
No, man. Even I can't get tickets for that. That dude's insane. That's insane. That guy is just a whole nother. When Kanye's talking about how he wants to be like you,
He's the
you
guy.
have done something that no one's ever done.
When Drake is like, I got to do something about this guy, Bad Bunny. Yo, you've reached a whole new level, man.
It's
Bad
crazy.
Bunny is a beast. Are you a fan of the music?
Yes.
Yeah.
And just the vibe and the like. I've seen videos because I haven't been able to attend a concert, and it's a show.
Yeah, bro, it's sick.
And he's got crazy merch too. Like I respect the merch game because I'm all about the merch game.
Yes, sir.
And he got it. He got it. He could do whatever he wants. He said he wants to wrestle. He got into wrestling and like, oh my God, this dude's like main eventing these pay-per-views. And I'm like, I wanted to do that. Did you see? I don't know. I mean, I'm lucky I get free parking at Sofi for a WrestleMania event, but Bad Bunny's in the event.
Logan Paul was going kind of back and forth with Bad Bunny, And I was telling Garcia, maybe they're just trying to hype up the main event fight, like a Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny WrestleMania. That'd be pretty sick, huh?
That would be pretty sick, but it's like you're having two people that are not professionals in that type of thing. So it's you know, it would be the first time that they would have stars that are not actual wrestlers. You know what I mean? Because it's always been like for example, Lawrence Taylor back in the day, he faced Bam Bam Bigelow. So you'd have a star versus a WWE superstar. Right. And so at least you have that pro in there to carry the match and make sure that it goes over well. Whereas safety and all that. Whereas putting two people and that's not their normal thing to do, like there's a chance that something could go wrong. Just
kind of like how you saved Cruz that one day.
Yes,
the professional was there.
Oh my God!
Saved him from the ring.
Improv
Thank you. I was going down in flames. It was bad. It was so bad. And then I thought I said something funny because people erupted and they went crazy. So like I got an inch of inspiration, and I turn around and it's Fluffy. And they're going crazy. And Marlon Wayne's like, you damn Mexicans, stick together.
I saw him drowning. He needed a raft.
No, but for you to do that, Fluff, you didn't have to do that. And for you to do that was just so cool.
We had a good time that night, too.
That was a great time, man.
That was a fun time.
And I love how you got on stage and you were like, yo, it's not as easy as it looks, huh, motherfucker?
Yeah,
you can't play
go
a
to
song.
commercials.
And you're right.
And I don't know how to wake up at 4 a.m, so I can't do these hours. You guys are, man, I don't know how you pull that off. But to answer the question, though, I don't. It would take a lot of faith for them to want to have both of them face each other, and it would be very risky.
Yeah, bro.
Could it work? Would people be interested? I think they would. But
yes.
If something happens, that's you know,
it's a lot of liability, is what that is, or what is it?
Well, not more so. You know that old phrase. You don't want to stink up the joint. You don't want to have a match that looks so freaking hokey, and people are. You know, you don't want to put a stain on the business. Yeah. Because anytime there's a bad match or just like, why? You know, why did Goldberg have to face Undertaker at this freaking thing in the Middle East that looked horrible? You know, there's sometimes, you know, wrestlers just got to know their limitations. And most of the time you get influenced by the money. And I'm guilty of that. Yeah. I'm guilty of doing things for money. And I'm like, why? You know, I don't need another Volkswagen. Let me just have some peace and try to keep some dignity. Right. But there I go, hoeing myself out.
You
need to get paid.
Where does that stem from?
I think it stems from the fact that, you know, I didn't grow up with anything. My mom and I, we just, you know, we got by on what we could get by. And so my mom told me, if you have an opportunity, you make sure. If there's work to be, you know, to be done, you do it. And if you have an opportunity, don't waste an opportunity if you have a chance to help yourself out.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I don't take days off. There's no vacation. There's no time where it's like a vacation time. This is the first time where it's gotten to the point where I'm like, maybe I should, you know, take a little bit. You know, because after Dodger Stadium, I'm like, all right, maybe we should. No, we started working right away.
Right away. Like within like a day or two.
Yeah. COVID was my biggest break.
Yeah,
COVID was my biggest break.
But that's not fair. You don't get to go. I mean, I've never heard of you take a vacation, go to the Bahamas or rent out an island, which you can do, but you've never done that.
No, I could go work a casino or something and make some money.
The Hawaiian shirts make him feel like he's on vacation.
Yeah. So whenever I go somewhere, like let's say I've been booked in the Bahamas. So if I get booked in the Bahamas, that's one thing. Because then I allow myself to go and hang out at the pool or go through, you know, go do the water slides or something, or go to the beach. Because I'm there for work. So I'm like enjoying the fruits of my labor while I'm there. Yeah. But I'm not going to just go there just to go, because then I'm like, the whole time I'm going to be feeling like I got to be doing something. There's work to be done. So if I go to Hawaii, every time I've been to Hawaii, it's only for work. I've never gone there to take a trip.
Wow.
And so
you always squeeze in gigs.
Yeah. So even like this last time, I was there in Hawaii for less than 24 hours. I just literally went, do the show, and then I had to get back home. And I was trying to take an extra day, but I had to be back for that Monday because I had a thing with Logan Paul.
Oh, that's right. So, the Impulsive podcast, right?
Yeah, the podcast. Yeah, insane. Crazy. I saw clips of that, man. So funny.
That was interesting. I didn't think I'd be having these weird conversations with him. It got a little deep.
It got deep. It got deep. But that's all right. That's okay.
I didn't expect that from him, though, because his show's very much like a frat house type of.
Sure, yeah.
And some of the jokes and
he did his homework. He did his homework.
But like at one point he looked at me and he goes, did you feel like a disappointment for not being there for your son on Christmas? I'm like, whoa!
You're like, we were just talking about something else.
Hey! What did I do to you? Yeah, right? Hey, man.
Let's relax.
And so I'm like, oh, where'd you get that? And by the way, I was there. Just, I took him with me. I took him with me.
Right.
But it got weird for a second.
Dude. Hey, during your special, me and Leche looked at each other like, whoa, that just happened when you mentioned Jenny 6ix9ine at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, Soy La
Are you a fan?
69. That song got everybody.
Yeah.
Fan or not, you were sitting in your car at one point in time and you said it out loud. Soy La 6. I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
I was watching the video. I was making everybody watch that video. I had my tour bus driver Dave, who's not exactly he's not somebody you would see as the traditional Jenny 69 fan. And I made him watch the video.
That's hella funny.
I mean, he wears the red hat. He's got the yeah. So I'm like, Dave, check this out. And he's like, well, let's see. Let's take a look. And then sure enough, it's, and he's like, wow, that's a nice video. He's looking at it from a different.
He's looking at something else.
Yeah,
completely.
All he heard was 69.
Hey, Fluffy, I got someone on the phone.
Hi.
69.
Oh my God, this is crazy. How are you? I was just here talking about you. That's the only woman who like intimidates out the gate. Hey, what happened? Where'd you go? No, I'm not talking smack at all. Not talking smack at all. We're being very nice. We're talking very highly about you. I mentioned you in my special. You'll see.
Everybody was only me. Fool, stop playing.
Huh?
Well, then check it out. Repost it.
Come
fool.
on.
Right? What's up? Let's go to Jack in the Box in the IE. I'm always up there.
It's a day. It's a day.
What?
All right, fool. Peace out.
Hey, it's nice to meet you.
Jenny 6ix9ine.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What? By the way, let you know what a little audible you just pulled right there.
Right?
By the way, look who it is. And I got scared at first because she's wearing this very revealing top. I don't know if you saw the top, but I'm like, I hope a chichi don't pop out. I thought her chichi was gonna pop out. I'm like, no, don't do it.
Come on, you're a man. We're always rooting for the chichi.
You were just like,
hey.
So hi.
But yeah, I had done a bit, and I mentioned I sang a little tiny piece.
Yeah.
But people knew automatically when I did it.
No, we were just kind of like, because she had just been up here, right? And she also did Ryan Seacrest and stuff like that. And yeah, she gets backlash and whatnot. And it was just kind of like, we were just looking at it like, her impact is just crazy. Like, I remember, I've known her for years, but the moment, my tia started gossiping about her at house parties, family parties, I'm like, she's on a different level.
Up.
Like, she's just going up. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy. They're like, whoa, Soy La 69.
Yeah, good or bad, if people are talking about you, that's you are doing something. You are making some noise when people have something to say, and you're worth their conversation.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Yeah, be worried when they're not talking.
Yeah,
right?
when they're not talking about you, then okay.
Recently, Fluffy, you threw out the first pitch at a Dodgers game. I heard it went well.
I made it to home plate.
Good.
Yeah, he did.
Mine. I just did mine.
Oh shoot!
I just did mine. Maybe a week before you did.
Okay, a ver.
Honest reaction.
Here we go. And dude, who are you throwing to?
Jackie, she was there.
Wow.
I was recording. I was literally recording it, and I just went. I looked at it, and I was just
I'm so ashamed.
I can't. I just put my phone down.
And poor Jackie works there too, so she's got to deal with that there and here.
And that's where I met her. She's telling me. So, but I saw that you had a form, like your leg came up off the ground.
Man. I was trying to impress Jeff Garcia, the sports dude, man. Yeah, and then I worried about everybody else.
You had a hook.
Yeah. It's one of those.
So when they had me doing the practice with the, because they give you people there to practice with, so you throw the ball back and forth.
They were telling me I was going to be fine after a few throws.
Yeah, but at the same time too, they're standing a lot closer to you because that plate is far. Once you're standing on there, you're like, whoa,
0.6, right?
It's further away. Yeah. And I know with me, I don't want to have your pitch. So my concern is I don't care what I got to do. So I lobbed it. I lobbed it up high so it looked like an arch.
That's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened.
And they caught it, and then I walk up, and we took our picture.
You stood on the mound?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Because some people say you can stand right in front.
I said
I'm like,
no. Nah. You got to be a man.
Yeah, stand up on that mound.
Yeah, I did that and played myself.
It went well. It went well.
No, well, congratulations to you.
I threw the bazooka.
Yeah. Stadium Fluffy on Netflix. Congratulations, man. You know, you have a home here, man.
Thank
we love
you
you very
again.
much, Fluffy. For real, man. You are the guy.
Thank you. Stop cussing on the radio. They're going to get yourself in trouble.
I know, right?
Yeah, I got like
Cruz
10
Show.
DMs. Like, yo, the mic was on. The
Oh
mic was
my
on.
God.
We just heard Cruz curse.
Oh my God. This is not good. Okay. Well, listen, Fluffy, this might have been the last interview that we're having here at Real 92.3. It's been nice. It's been well. It's been great.
You want to make that phone call to Olive Street?
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP Plus. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruz Show podcast.